this one's got a, well, that's a piece of rebar. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. We are getting hooked up. Well, I'm getting hooked up. 6155M. Got the disc on. Got this on the rolling basket on the back. As far as the motor situation, I haven't made it very far. I did pick up some air hose. Unhooked it, didn't put the legs underneath it, just set it down. Haven't really decided on that motor. I gotta call some people, see if I should rebuild. I'm sure I should rebuild it. Older motors, better. Or what I'm gonna do in the quick term. People keep saying run it with hydraulics. Let me show you how this works. I would love to run it with hydraulics, but if I'm gonna pull it at some point with the 7520, hydraulics on that, bare minimum. So slow, older. 3 remotes. Yes, we could add a remote. This isn't my tractor to add a remote to. When I get my next tractor, if it's an older tractor, or a newer tractor or what, it's gonna have at least 4 remotes. Hopefully one on the front, you know. But let's get hooked up. Come on, baby. It's a tight pin. Might have to back up a little bit. So we'll get hooked up. Parts came in, spring, disc. If we switch those, hopefully we're ready to rock and roll and go from there. So appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing. Let's see what this afternoon gets into. We got springs, we got outside discs, and we got another spring. So a little new part, old part before we throw it in. New part, old part. Yeah, slightly different if you ask me. So that's why it sits sloped down all the time. This should get us in a good place. So but we'll get the spring in there changed out. Got a bunch of stuff to do. I was hoping I'd get home and just run it, but no point in looking at the parts and head out and then break something. So we got to see which one it is. I think that one's straight. There's 3 different ones, and I just told them send me all of them. That one is that the one we need? Let's see. My weld lasted me an acre, so nope, that's not the one we need. Hopefully it's this one. This one's up. See how it's curved the other way. So yeah, I'll throw that in. That'll be easy enough. GoPro, stop recording. And we're off. So new spring up there, you can see the new paint, new disc, and then a new back spring there. You can't really see that. The discs were the hardest part. We had to heat them, do all sorts of stuff, but they're in there. Somebody did say you should, they should be smaller. And I just ran with what was supposed to be there. I wonder if they put smaller discs through it, because the discs were pretty new when we got them. Like last spring, the discs themselves were new. I gotta make sure I don't hit nothing getting out of here. That back is a little bit wider and it trails, well, it trails differently, so. Sorry, I'm showing you guys all sorts of different angles. But we're gonna go run it and see what goes on. Am I gonna be in the rock pile? It's gonna be in the rock pile. Is it gonna go over? Nope. Ooh, just barely. This thing's long. So this is what I rotary mowed yesterday. And you can see there's little bits of clover, but the field's pretty sad looking for seeding this year. And I'm running around. We're gonna disc it aggressively, probably 2-3 passes, and then I'm gonna seed into it. I would replow it because I think that would be great, making that with these discs with that rolling basket, but well, you guys know the 7520 is not currently operational. It's on my list. But getting these seedings in is a priority because of timing and weather. So I did this on one field this spring. Didn't have the rolling baskets with me, but the rolling baskets do a really beautiful job So I'm running them just to break things up as it goes. Makes every pass even better, I think. But I'll do one this way and then one at an angle, and maybe one more how I'm gonna plant it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This is 2 passes here and it looks pretty good there. I figured I'd jump out before it gets too dark. Won't be able to see nothing. I'm excited. So I'm filming with a GoPro 10 now to see how it works in lower light. They say it's better. We'll find out. But yeah, I got a few spots like this that if I hit it again, so this is 1 pass right here. That's like 2. That's 2 right there. This is 0 if you can't tell. That's a, what is that? Is that a dingo? It's a wild dingo. So tractor's not loving it exactly, but at the same rate, it's working. It's doing a pretty good job. As far as the discs, I haven't got out and actually checked over everything. Can't really see what you can see. The baskets are spinning, but you can't really see that everything is good. So we haven't picked up a rock yet. We haven't bent anything yet. Baskets look like they're doing what they're supposed to. The baskets are just wild how smooth this is. It's like smooth and fluffy. I'm really excited. So what my plan is, I'm gonna keep on discing. I'm gonna get all this done. I wanted to be at it earlier, but you know what goes. You guys know. So I wanted to be at it earlier so I could do this and then run to my field that I'm seeding down and do mine, but I guess we didn't have enough time. Oh yeah, I forgot. We do have springs coming, so yeah, they're not on. I should zip tie that up. I'm gonna see if I got a zip ties for that. I forgot about that one. That one's zip tied up. The spring just holds extra force down, which I think we're okay on the force side of it. It's doing a really, really good job. But we're gonna disc this. Then I'm gonna seed it with the Brilliant, which is slow. It's tedious. And then I'm gonna come back across with just the rolling baskets and do rolling basket everything in. Hopefully that will help incorporate the seed a little bit more, because I don't think the Brilliant does a very good job of it. And that will also smooth out some things, fluff everything up, make it good. Alrighty, I guess I'll keep going. Maybe you guys will get some night moves here. I look back and this this basket's flipping up and doing weird things. This one's got a, well, that's a piece of rebar. How do you even, okay, we're gonna have to remember that that's in there. But this one, it's a stake or something, and wrapped around it. I don't know how much you guys are seeing as I'm messing with this. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that out of there. So then it stopped turning, so then it made a clumpy mess. Okay, just based on the screen, I'm impressed with this GoPro already as far as nighttime lighting, because usually you can't see much. But it's doing pretty good, I'd say. There's a rock there. Oh yeah. So this stuff's a little more sandy over here, which also means it breaks up a little bit better. So that's one pass to my left here, like right in here, down this line. I'm basically double passing everything. Now this tractor gets into the bogs and gets bogged down and then runs out of power. Somebody was just asking me, how does this 6M like pulling this? It doesn't. So we're at 4 miles an hour, diff lock on an auto and 4-wheel drive. But it gets through.
you know, like a fence 724, like a 7810 or 7530 deer. That would get some stuff done. 7520 would be nice. We would be home already if we had that on here. It has plenty of power. We wouldn't bog anywhere. I'd say it has better light kit too. The light bars do a real good job. It doesn't move right now, but see, we wouldn't be getting that hop either because we got enough weight. That's all just traction hop, wheel hop. Yeah, finish up some and then get home. And then I gotta reevaluate what we're gonna do tomorrow. If I can get somebody to run the seeder, or what. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. I wish I had the air seeder set up. Granted, I didn't want to do it I wanted to try it with cover crop, so I knew that it spread seed nicely. So I didn't want to do it in grass where it's much more accurate. You need it more accurate. Cover crop, you're putting 100 pounds on an acre. Grass, you're putting smaller seed at half the rate pretty much of that. So didn't want to risk it and have it need to get modified. But man, this is working. I think the seeder on that's gonna be good. We got to do some thinking on it. This thing by far does not have enough hydraulic flow to run a seeder with hydraulic vacuum motor on it. So, or hydraulic blower motor, fan motor, I guess it would be. It barely can pick up both implements at the same time. They're slow. Much slower than they would if you just try one. So here's one. And I do have it slowed down so it's not going right up. But I do not think this tractor has enough hydraulic flow to run multiple functions at the same time. And they do make tractors that have higher flow and everything else like that. I'll have to look at what gallons per minute this tractor actually flows at. Alrighty, tractordata.com, looked it up. So 6155M hydraulic pump flow is 30 gallons per minute. SCV, which is the couplers, select control valve, I think is what that means. They're 26 gallons per minute. So not as much flow as you would think. I don't know what a high flow one is. But like my manure pump truck that runs a pump non-stop, that's like 30, 34, 36 gallons per minute, and I wish I had gone more. So you can just imagine. So pump flow on a 7520 is 21 gallons per minute. So the control valves, you got to think if this tractor drops it down 4 gallons per minute as it goes across, so we might be 16 gallons per minute. Yeah, that's not very much. Maybe a little bit more, but even then, if you're steering, you got to think, if you're steering or pressing on the brakes or running this implement, yeah, doesn't work out. But we're finishing up here. So just got a few passes around the trees and whatnot to clean up, and this edge over by their house, or by his house. But it came out. Shut the light off in here. Oh yeah. Poor tractor. So it came out pretty nice. I guess we'll have to see it in the daytime. The rolling basket, I cannot fully like explain how nice it makes a seed bed. And there's a lot of people that are telling me, oh, you should get a no-till drill, this and that. I think there's a lot to opening up the soil. Along with, we do have a lot of pieces of property where you start saying spray, they get freaked out. So having the ability to remove what's growing currently and give it a good fresh start is a big part of being able to run some ground. So yeah, but I think it looks killer. I'm excited to plant back into this. Hopefully we're in a better place. So what we're thinking was, our big issue was it rained a good bit and then all of a sudden it got dry right after it, and either how much moisture we got killed it, or the lack of water once it started growing allowed for weeds and stuff that didn't need much water to start off to get ahead. Trying to get right up to his lawn without actually getting his lawn. Well, I got like 4 minutes left, and well, we found a rock. Hopefully I can kick it out because I don't have a chain. I don't have nothing. I'm not holding the camera straight. It might come out. I don't think so. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for this. Alrighty, I'm gonna mess with this. Finished up, rolling home. Yeah, got my backlights on, got all the safety lights. Hopefully this goes nice and easy. We make it home. I do enjoy working at night, but moving on the roads, you don't know what you're gonna run into as far as characters and things, and people not realizing how wide things are behind once they pass the tractor. So I'm gonna get this home, then I'm gonna go home. It's 9:30 right now. Probably get home by the time I finished up everything here, 10:30. So appreciate you guys watching along today. Yeah, some action. Hopefully we can run some more of this in the daytime. I get you guys some good shots. Hopefully this camera's working out. Let me know in the comments if you like it. I think that the night shots are much better with this camera, I think, because with the other one it was like shaky, blurry at this point, dark, and just based on looking at the screen, yeah, we might be okay. So if that's the case, big shout out to GoPro. Figured it was time to give this one a try. But appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing, and catch you on the next one.